Yes, hello and welcome back to the 67 Hail Hail YouTube channel. I am Hamish Carter. I'm joined, as usual, by John Reid. John Reid, who was recognised in public not so long ago.
So are you, though.
Tell us your story.
It was at an ICW wrestling event, Fact Fans, and a guy came up to me and said, "Are you on an Here in the City podcast about Celtic Rangers?" And I said yes. But what I didn't say, and I should have, was subscribe to 67 Hail Hail and watch two Celtic fans.
Well, you can do that right now. Give us your message.
Subscribe to 67 Hail Hail.
Yes.
Right now.
Fantastic. Do that. I was going to say a Merry Christmas. No, I'll say a Happy New Year to everyone, because we obviously did a podcast following Christmas, but a very Happy New Year to you all. Hope you had a great festive period, and we're back into the business. Feel like it's almost February. I mean, it's been a long winter break. Celtic have been away in Dubai. We're back. We played Partick Thistle at the weekend. First of all, we're going to just touch a little bit. Obviously, the transfer window's taking place at the moment. We've lost a couple of players. Sinclair's obviously gone. Lewis Morgan is soon to go. Jack Hendry we expect to go as well. But there's probably another couple of guys that could leave the club. There's a few obvious ones that come to mind. Just give us maybe a couple of players that you'd like to see move on, either permanently or on loan this month. No
disrespect to the players, of course. Just we'll think it'd be better for them. But I think Craig Gordon, really. Yeah. I mean, was he on the bench on Saturday?
I don't know, but he might as well have not been on the bench.
No, I mean, there's no way, unless Foster gets some serious injury, he's going to play again this season. I mean, his contract runs out at the end of the season. Scott Bain signed that long-term deal. We've still got like Connor Hazard. I'm a bit surprised that Hearts, for example, haven't come in for him. I think that's sort of made for him to return to Hearts to try and keep them up, hopefully unsuccessfully. But no, I'd say Craig Gordon. I mean, I know he wants to play, and he came out earlier this season and said that he wants to play. He said there'd be no discussions with Celtic about a new deal, which is fairly ominous when you think that Lenny's talked about keeping like Johnny Hayes, for example. Yeah. So I would say, I don't know if he'll leave, but I think he should leave. It's Craig Gordon.
I think he'll probably be away in the summer, whatever happens. I think that's
more likely,
so I suppose you could argue there's not a massive difference between him going now or in the summer. Probably for him, he'd like to get out and playing. He's probably late 30s now, he'd like to get out and playing. But from a Celtic point of view, probably not a massive difference. He was on the bench at the weekend, by the way, but I think the fact, as you say, that we've given Scott Bain that contract suggests that he's probably the one that we look at as, you know, a number two going forward. But there have been a few other names mentioned as well. There's a boy Bursic, who I know he signed a new kind of long-term contract at Stoke City, but he was mentioned. The Sheffield Wednesday goalkeeper, that his name escapes me completely, but he's out of contract at the end of the season, and these are all players that have been mentioned. So I think whatever happens, you know, with Forster's future, with players like Hazard and Doohan, the youngsters, there's certainly like an interesting element to the Celtic goalkeepers thing between now and probably, you know, the summer or even after.
Because we've got a lot of goalkeepers, so we obviously need to get rid of some of them.
Maybe we don't know what's going to happen with Forster. We can say all we want. Look, you want him to be here, but you never know. His performances may have attracted, you know, an English team or whatever.
Also, if I had to make one to keep him. Yeah. But I think we know for certainly Bain's going to be here next season anyway. Yeah, that's all thing we know.
Just on the subject of goalkeepers, Connor Hazard, I'd quite like to see him maybe get out on loan and play some football between now and the end of the season. I just see him as been completely wasted not getting out, because he's number 4 in the pecking order behind 3 pretty well established goalkeepers. I think he's been out at Falkirk, he's been out at Partick Thistle, he was at Dundee earlier on in the season, but that was only an emergency loan. All 3 of those clubs were in the Championship when he was there, and I'd quite like to see him get out to a Premiership team. I thought Livingston may have been an option for him when they lost their keeper, went back down south, but they've since brought in another guy. So I just think, obviously there's not too many teams looking for a goalkeeper, but I'd just like to see him, even if it goes down south, get out to some sort of club and play every week, because we don't know what to expect for this guy.
No, it'd be good for him. I mean, it's hard to really tell what's going to happen with a goalkeeper, because like especially with something like him, he's just at the start of his career, and then goalkeepers can play until like their 40s even. So he could play for another 15, 20 years. But it would be good for him, you know, to get like game time at a team like, I don't know, Hamilton or something like that, St Mirren, where he'll be like, have a lot of action, which that's sometimes the thing for goalkeepers at Celtic. You know they're good when they make a good save. That's how Foster's been so good. Like for 90% of games he's got nothing to do. Then he comes up and makes a brilliant save.
Yeah.
But that's a couple of good choices. Gordon Hazard. I mean, another player I think should probably leave in loan is Marian Shved.
That's interesting.
I was surprised he was even in the squad on Saturday, especially after Lennon had bigged him up in the press last week about how he'd impressed all the coaches.
Do you not think that, just playing devil's advocate, that was maybe down to the strength of the bench? I mean, I'll just read it out now. It was Gordon, Arzani, Bauer, Bolingoli, Hayes, Klimala and Simunovic.
But Arzani isn't even our player, that's the thing. And I saw people talk about that. I know he might be getting another contract, a rumour, and I mean another loan deal, but no, I was genuinely surprised. I even wrote an article on 67hillhill.com, good plug there, that he should start. So I was actually surprised when he didn't get the chance, and he's only played like 35 minutes football or something since he signed, and he's on a long-term deal. So, I mean, it really would benefit him to go on loan somewhere, maybe even back to the team he was at. Like, where was the team he signed for again? I know they're extremely hard.
About putting me in the spot.
I know they were hard to pronounce, I know that.
I can't even remember. It was Karpaty Lviv or something, wasn't it?
Something like Karpaty Lviv.
Because that's a question. It probably comes into when I want to bring up Vakoun Bayo.
Aye.
In terms of like loaning these players out, do you loan them back to the environment they're familiar in? So like Shved in Ukraine and Bayo back to Slovakia or similar, or do you want to, if possible, try and loan them out to Scottish teams? Because my view on that, and I know it had come out, I think, last week that Bayo was possibly, certainly not ruling out a move to a Scottish team. And for me, that's a pretty obvious thing to do because, you know, it gets them out into the league, gets them familiar with the style of football because there's a massive difference between, you know, Slovakian, Ukrainian and Scottish football. It gets them up against the defenders they're hopefully going to face in a Celtic shirt. And more than anything else, it allows, you know, the Celtic management staff, the scouts to actually get to see these guys in the flesh. You know, say, what's his name, Shved or Kouassi or Bayo are playing at Hibs or something like that. Neil Lennon can just nip along the M8 and see them. So, for me, that's something we should look at doing that with a lot of our players, even the foreign ones.
Well, Bayo would be a good option to leave as well. I mean, what's he, fourth choice striker now, you'd say? I mean, Edward, Klimala, Griffith scored the other day. I mean, I don't think Bayo will get a look in between now and the end of the season. Every game's going to be must win.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if we'd like a 15-point lead or something at the top of the league, then like throw him in like a midweek game against like Hamon or something, but there's no chance of that now. So that would be a good option. I mean, I don't know, as we were saying, but who would suit him in the Premier League? Like, what sort of team? Do you want him to go to a team? That's the thing, no? Like,
you need to pick your team right. You don't want him going to St Mirren or a Hamilton down the bottom of the league when he's not going to get a chance.
Somebody like Kelly or something?
Kelly or Hibs, but again, Hibs have got Doidge and Canberry, Aberdeen have got Cosgrove, so you are struggling a bit. I thought Hearts might be a good option for a team like that. I mean, surely if we're given a player like Bayo, you know, pay 20% of his wages, he won't get a hell of a lot of money, but pay a couple of grand a week. If that, a team like Hearts, surely they would take a punt on him because he's got a good goal scoring record in Slovakia. And for all we are, you know, the Celtic support have kind of written him off already, he has shown he's got something about him to a certain extent. I mean, he scored one goal. He should probably have had another couple in his Hearts and against Hearts. And the thing folk forget is he's only started 2 games for Celtic since signing in 12 months. And we're very quick to write him off because his sub appearances against the likes of Livingston and Hibs, when we struggled, he came on and he struggled and he wasn't able to, you know, get us those goals. But equally, he's only started 2 games. And in those 2 games, he scored in one of them against Thistle in the Cup. And the other one, he helped two own goals effectively, but he was good that day. So I've got a wee bit of sympathy for him that way. But I think you're spot on. When's he going to play between now and May? He's not.
No, he's
so
not.
Get him out on loan. But
no, I was thinking as well. Maybe somebody like Luke O'Connell. I move could suit somebody like him.
I've got the 3 of the Irish players: him,
Leo
Connor, and Afolabi. I think.
Aye.
Again, what are those 3 going to do between now and the end of the season with the first team? I know they were all playing with the development team that beat Chelsea last week, but
so Jack Henry.
Yeah, well, exactly. But the experience he could get out playing for, I know Birmingham were in for Afolabi reportedly.
Part of this for Leo Connell.
Yeah, like they're good moves, I think, for all of them.
I actually thought Leo Connell might get a chance in the squad because he can play centre back. We've got a chronic centre half.
I think they look at him as a right back though. Do
you think so?
He plays right back for the Irish national team, the under-21s. He plays right back for the development team. and he's not massive. I don't know. I wouldn't like to put a height. He's probably not.
Well, next season's time might come in because we've got like 3 right backs in there. So,
but even then, like El Hamid's probably still going to be there, and so is Frimpong. Yeah. So I feel like the club have maybe seen him as a centre back and now as a right back. I might be talking completely out of turn, but I think that's an interesting one. On the subject of right backs, Moritz Bauer, it doesn't look like he's going to leave this month. I think he would have gone already. Aye. But I don't see the point in him being around because, you know,
I think it's just in case Frimpong gets an injury, I'd say.
I get that, and I know El Hamid's unreliable and there was some worrying news on that front for Lennon, but equally Frimpong's now going to be registered in the Europa League, so it's not as if Bauer's going to fill in
maybe
that point.
Come in like here and there, like the Clyde game in the Scottish Cups game. I expect Bauer to play.
I think he'll play though.
Well,
does Lennon like to play him? Would he not have played on Saturday?
No, because that was a strong team we picked on Saturday. Apart from the injuries, I'd say that's one of the strongest available team, and Frimpong's first choice. But then I don't know. We're going to have loads of games again in the next few weeks. People haven't talked about it in comparison to December, which would be 9 games. But I mean, January, February, I think nearly every midweek, I think apart from one, we're going to be playing. So
I don't see Lennon changing it up. I think folk think he does, but he plays McGregor and Brown pretty much every game, and I just think if Frimpong's fit, Frimpong will play pretty much every game. He's a young guy, and Lennon's shown in the past that he doesn't mind playing and trusting players every game. But anyway, interesting debate. Any other names to throw into the hat just before we finish?
I'm not sure really. I mean, I suppose a lot will depend on our results the next couple of weeks as well. I mean, if we go on a good run, which I'm hoping and thinking we will, then we can let the likes of Bayo go. But if, like, God forbid, we maybe drop points to Kelly or something, I'll be like, there'll be a panic stations, let's face it. And they might think, well, we better not let this guy go. He might contribute somewhere, even if at the minute he looks like there's no way he's going to contribute. But I think the players we've talked about are the ones most likely to go. And like, even if we do drop points, I think the likes of Leo Connell will move anyway. I mean, it won't affect them, Afolabi and Connell, and I think that would benefit them. And Craig Gordon, I suppose, we need to wait and see.
All of those players.
I mean, we've not talked about the likes of Jack Henry because like, we think he's going to go anyway. But I don't know if the transfer window will be as insanely busy as like we thought it might be coming in and not going out, but we'll just need to wait and see.
Interesting. Thanks again for your input, John.
Cheers, Hamish.
Thanks for you for watching. If you've not yet subscribed, please give that a go. Just to give you a wee insight, rest of the week we'll have a wee preview to the Kilmarnock game. Obviously, Wednesday night that takes place. We should have a predicted 11 that we're going to do shortly that will probably be going out Tuesday evening. And then we'll have another wee nice pre-Kilmarnock video, a historical one going out on Wednesday, as well as something on Thursday as well. So stay tuned.